Welcome to Thalir. This is a place called Bud. This is budding forth for a new life, and we are Capuchins working for the renewal of the society and the church. Dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, welcome to Thalir Capuchin Online Ministries. Today we are very happy to have Reverend Brother Jesuraj amidst us to speak about how to be a wounded healer in times of COVID-19 crisis. Dear friends, as we know, the whole world is in risk, especially India is undergoing a crisis. People are dying day in and day out. All around us are in the risk of COVID, Corona. We are also in danger. This is the time to be a healer by our words, actions, prayers, and gestures. Brother Jesuraj, who is giving this recollection this month, is a specialist in moral theology, studied in Rome and Gregorian University, Italy, and he is presently the shrine rector of St. Anthony's Shrine, Amalashram, Trichy. He is a specialist, very good thinker, good orator, and retreat preacher. Here comes Reverend Brother Jesuraj.
Our special call to be a wounded healers in the context of COVID-19. Dear brothers and sisters in Christ Jesus and Saint Francis of Assisi, greetings of the peace of Christ to you all. Henry J.M. Newman, in the beginning of the 20th century, weaving keen cultural analysis with his psychological and religious insights, has come up with a balanced and creative theology of service that begins with the realization of fundamental woundedness in human nature. This woundedness, which is common to all, can serve us as the source of strength and healing to both the ministers and the ministered. The starting point of a service to others who may be a suffering a world or a generation or an individual person is this brokenness and woundedness. Hence, for Newman, the ministers must be willing to go beyond their professional role and leave themselves open as fellow human beings with the same wounds and sufferings in the image of Christ. In other words, we heal from our own wounds. Having quoted the above author, we move on to our reflections for the monthly recollections for the month of May 2021. We are in a month of special dedication of Christians to Christ through a filial devotion to Mary, the mother of Christ. For about a year or so, other than the individual recitation of the Most Holy Rosary, a powerful weapon against the Satan in our families, we are not able to do any other devotions to Mary publicly in our societies. Unlike any years in the past, both the last and this year, we are deprived of our presence in the churches due to the deadly virus COVID-19. We witnessed a series of lockdowns, which naturally have resulted in mental stress and other emotional, psychological, mental and real problems. People suffer economically too. The weaker sections of our society become poorer and poorer day by day. Many people are victims of this coronavirus, while many survived and some also had to say goodbye. Hence, our reflection this month is not going to be about the pious recitations of the Holy Rosary, or where it is possible, we are not going to decide a procession along with the statue of Mother Mary. Rather, we are going to reflect on how we can heal the world and humanity amidst this crisis. Here I propose just two ways of serving humanity these days. Number one, in helping to overcome the burdens of others, you recall and help yourselves from your own past experience of pain or sorrow. So, be a wounded healer in your own place, since after all of us are in the same boat. Coronavirus affects a person as he comes to know that he is positive, goes through a deep emotional crisis of abandonment and separation from God and from the kith and kin. If he comes back alive, he is redeemed, or else he is thrown away just like a thing or straightaway burnt as an unwanted material. Alas, what a waste of human beings! With the glory and honor you served your body, mind for so many years, and in no time you are gone, and their efforts. So, brothers and sisters, beware of this deadly virus and its ways of coming to us. Be wise and stay safe at home. Help one another that we may not contract it unnecessarily. Be a wounded healer to those who require your service, both to the dead and to the living after the recovery from the disease. Appreciate truly the service and the dedication of health and sanitary workers, law and order persons, and any other who is truly interested in your well-being. The second one is very important. This works at the mind level, restoring persons from fear and unnecessary stress. It is both rational and psychological, and eventually a real one. About this, I recently came across. Still, I leave to the individual to the usefulness of the same. Let us change the energy of the word corona right now. When we hear the word corona, we get fearful, anxious, and there is a great panic. This is the most often used word today's times. Both our internal and external dialogues are about this, be it in the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, radio, television, including our friends and the family, we hear the same. The science proves that each word has a frequency and an energy. It sends impulses to the brain, and it in turn produces corresponding chemicals. And that is how the alchemy of our body changes, and we start to feel happy, sad, disturbed, or panicked. Are you aware of the stress we go through these days by remaining inside our locked doors? The actual meaning of the word corona is the crown. The virus has the crown like spice on it, and therefore it is called corona. At the same time, the outer layer, atmosphere of the sun, is also called corona, the stellar corona. It has a beautiful ring which we normally cannot see because of the brightness of the sun. But during the solar eclipse, complete darkness, we can see this stellar corona and its radiant light. What today we go through is the same, that we experience complete darkness, and if we allow ourselves, we can see the true light shortly. We have so far been in the dark, blinded by our lifestyle, our comfort zones, the fast paced life, and our rich bank accounts. We have so far celebrated the wrong heroes and heroines in our lives. We have stopped and celebrated the ones who truly matter. Or have we stopped and celebrated the ones who truly matter? Our farmers, our healthcare providers, our doctors, our nurses, our police, our teachers, our elders, and finally our seniors. The virus is here to make us go through the dark times, but to see also what truly matters in our religious context. What truly matters today is kindness, love, generosity, and oneness. So tell each other that I'm here for you and it is going to be fine. Celebrate life. Think about your own light and your own wisdom, which will dispel this darkness called Corona. God bless you all.